at Liberty Canine in Barnum with owner Jenny Sandstrom. Thanks again for being here, Jenny.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, this one, we're talking about a topic that I think I can learn a lot from. Dogs are dogs. Dogs are not human children. Why is that so important to remember, Jenny?
It's important because when we treat them like humans or babies, we create all kinds of issues for them. Sometimes you can do those things and the dog turns out okay, but most often it creates issues. So we run into a lot of times where people baby or coddle their dogs. So coddling them, babying them, they start to develop anxiety, fears, phobias. They don't learn to be confident on their own. And when you run into a nervous dog with low confidence, a lot of times they're fear aggressive, they're terrified of the world, and then going through life for them is just not fun. So if we can learn to treat them like animals, which they are, they often have a much better life.
Sure. When you're talking about babying and coddling, what does that look like?
One of the most important things that we tell people with puppies, or even with adult dogs, is let them be afraid of things without acknowledging in the moment. For example, if we were in here and there was a new puppy in here and we dropped a metal bowl on a concrete floor, it would be really loud. It would be normal for the dog to have a reaction to it or a startle response, but if we just continued talking like this, the dog is more than likely gonna look at the bowl and then just look at us and be like, oh, you're not paying attention to it, oh, okay. And then they might even go over and investigate. What a lot of people do is the dog will be scared and then they go over to the dog and they're like, oh my gosh, Fluffy, it's okay. Dogs don't understand those words like infants do or toddlers do, where if it's your toddler, you can be like, hey buddy, that bowl's not gonna hurt you, and they understand the words and they trust you. Dogs only understand that you are also reacting to it. So they're already a little bit nervous of the noise, and then they see mom or dad is also scared, and it makes it 10 times worse. So before I was a trainer, I got an 8-week-old puppy, and I did all of that with her because I didn't know better either at the time. And so I accidentally made her afraid of everything on the planet. So then I became a trainer when she was about 6 or 7, and I was able to reverse a lot of that, but she still is a lower confidence dog. So if we can prevent that from happening, it's the best. So when we do our puppy raising program and we get these 8 to 12-week-old puppies in, a lot of times they're afraid of things and we just completely ignore it, and then they conquer that fear almost immediately. Of course, you have different levels of fear and confidence levels in dogs, and that can kind of fluctuate, but ignoring what is making them afraid or ignoring their reaction to it is the best thing that you can do. And it's against our nature, especially because that's what we do with babies and infants. And so we're always trying to kind of helicopter and like, hey, it's okay, you don't need to be afraid of this. Just let them work through it. Let them investigate, see what's going on, and just kind of ignore the scary thing.
Sure. So even if you have an older dog at home who's maybe been coddled a little bit, you can still do some work to help them.
Yeah. So with my dog, she's 14 now, but one thing that I did with her is because when she first heard a thunderstorm or when she first heard fireworks, I did that. I was like, it's okay, and I'd pick her up and I'd pet her, and then I'm reinforcing the fear, and I'm teaching her, yes, you should be afraid of it. Yes, I'm going to comfort you. I'm going to help you through it. But what do you do when you're not home and there's a thunderstorm? Like, then your dog is having to try to get through that on its own. So with her, what I did, she used to try to hide in a closet or go in a bathroom or the basement when there was loud noises. I just closed all the doors. So then she just had to be in the house, like the general part of the house. And then over time, she learned like, oh, I didn't die. The loud noises didn't hurt me. So she's gotten much better with that, where now she doesn't try to hide. She still doesn't love it, but she doesn't try to hide anymore. So that's one area where we've helped her become more confident. Another area is like she's afraid of an air compressor. They're really loud. And so just having her outside on a place bed, not right next to it, of course, because that would probably be too much. But if that fear is already there, there are things that you can do to specifically address those fears. Through positive reinforcement when the scary thing is happening, through ignoring what's going on, and just having them kind of work through it and realize, okay, it didn't hurt me, I'm okay.
What about feeding your dog human food? Does that count as treating your dog like a child?
So I would never be the person to say you can't ever give your dog human food. I do. But what I do with human food is we make sure we give them appropriate amounts. We're not feeding them from the table. We're not feeding them in the kitchen, because when you do that kind of stuff, then again, you're reinforcing a behavior that you're probably going to regret later. Because then we get people that come to us and they're like, every time I make food or I'm eating, my dog is at my feet. Well, probably because you've rewarded that. And my husband jokes that he's a dog trainer and he teaches all the puppies that we have in the puppy raising program to beg, because he always feeds our dogs every time he eats. So when he's in the kitchen and he's getting something, all the dogs are like this. When I'm in the kitchen, the dogs are out of the kitchen because I haven't reinforced the begging. Dogs are smart and they figure out what works. So if it works to beg and I get what I want from begging, then I'm going to continue to beg. So human food is okay. I would say in moderation, of course, the healthy things. We like to do fruits and veggies and stuff like that, but I think some human food is okay.
All right, all very good advice, and I'm sure a lot of us can take it to heart. Thank you, Jenny. We'll be back next month with more tips from Liberty Canine.
Hey guys, before we go, be sure to follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Northern Life TV, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find our full episodes there. We'll be right back after the break.